You guys, I literally just got this microphone and I think I am like the coolest person ever. And so I just thought it was a good idea to film a cool little video for you guys. And I just thought about, let me just do a story time of the worst trip I had on marijuana, weed, whatever you want to call it. It has so many names. But I don't smoke anything. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke weed at all. But when I used to not really smoke weed that much, but whatever. When I've done weed in the past, I've had some really, really bad trips, like horrible. I'm not a person that struggles with anxiety or anything like that, but when I would do weed, it would give me the worst anxiety and it would make me so paranoid. So I'm like, this is definitely not for me. And I'm the type of person, like, if there's a situation or there's an issue, I like to deal with it, with reality. Like, I want to face the reality of it. And for me, weed was definitely not an escape. It would only add on to my anxiety or my problems. It would be another problem for me. So that's why I just don't do it at all. But there was this time when I took a bite of an edible. This was a few years ago, maybe three years ago. And I think after this, I don't know if I did any more edibles, but this was like the worst experience I've ever had. I literally thought I was going to die. So I was laying in bed. I was living with my boyfriend's family. I'm upstairs. I'm laying down. And my sister-in-law comes in and she offers me a bite of a Rice Krispie. And I really think it's a Rice Krispie. Me being super just naive or whatever, I just took a bite of it. I'm like, let me just take a bite. And it ended up being an edible. And I was like, you know what? It's a little bite. Nothing's going to happen. It's such a small bite. Little did I know I was going to get the worst anxiety ever. And I don't know. Okay, sorry everybody. The video just cut off. I'm so sorry. I'm recording this on my iPhone and the storage is super low. So I think that was the time. That was a time where, I don't know if it was another time when I took the edible, but that was the last time I remember taking a bite of an edible and I got big anxiety. So then it's like, I'm fine in the beginning, edibles take a while to hit you. And I just remember it wasn't bad. I was like high. I couldn't really communicate. I couldn't really talk. I was really quiet, and that's what would happen. I would just get quiet and I would think a lot. And it just had a really bad effect on me. I would just overthink to the point that I just wouldn't talk. And I just wanted to lay down. And I think that during that time, it was the Super Bowl and everybody was watching the games or whatever. And okay, so anyways, it keeps cutting off, sorry. But that was during the time that it was the Super Bowl and the games or whatever. So then me and my sister-in-law, we started talking and we're like, oh my God, we don't want to feel like this anymore. We're both feeling the same way. We're both having anxiety. We're we don't want to feel like this anymore. And it's nighttime and I'm still high. I'm still super high. I don't want to go to sleep because I feel like my organs are shutting down. My boyfriend's in bed. He doesn't know what to do. He just laughed in the beginning thinking no, you're just high. You're just high. Babe, you're just high. And I'm like, no, I'm not high. I'm really dying right now. My organs are about to shut down. I'm never going to wake up if I go to sleep. So I was like, I need to shake this off. I need to get back to being myself. I don't want to feel like this anymore. So I tell him, I'm like, oh my God, maybe I should go for a run. I should go run and sweat and maybe it'll go away. So then I go outside, I go run outside, or I go for a walk and I think I'm gonna feel better, but it doesn't work. I'm still feeling high. So then I come back in, I go upstairs and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm getting really hot. So then I think it was just the anxiety of being so high. got to me. So I was just getting super hot, and I started getting under the vent so that I could get the AC and I could cool down. And I was like taking off my clothes. I looked like a crazy person. Like, I'm taking off my clothes because I'm feeling hot. I think it's just my anxiety. And I'm like under the vent so the AC could hit me, and I'm like, oh my god, I just don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, I'm getting really hot and sweaty. Like, I'm getting anxious. Like, should I go to the hospital? Like, I'm worried. What if I just never go back to normal? So then he's looking at me and he's like, you're fine, it's gonna wear off. Just go lay down and go to sleep and you're gonna be fine. I'm like, no. Like, if I go to sleep, I'm gonna literally never wake up. Like, I'm scared. I'm so scared right now. So then I'm like, I think it gets to a point where like he's trying to comfort me, and like he's holding me like a baby, and I'm like, babe, like, I'm worried, like, please, like, if I go to sleep, like, I'm so sorry, and I just feel like I'm not gonna wake up, like, I don't feel okay. I was like, oh my god, maybe you guys should call like the ambulance and just tell your mom thank you for everything. Like, maybe we need the doctors to come because I don't feel okay. Like, I'm not feeling like myself. I feel like everything is slowing down for me. Everything everything's shutting down. I just felt like everything was shutting down. And maybe that was just me feeling sleepy, but it just felt horrible. And I was like, I never, ever want to do this again. Like, it had to have had a big dose because I just felt horrible. It was the worst experience ever. The worst trip ever. And honestly, I was like, fuck it. It got to the point where I just couldn't take my anxiety anymore. So I was like, oh my god, like, I think I even started feeling like, oh my god, I'm hyperventilating. Like, this is not okay. So then it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep, and whatever happens. And so anyways, I ended up waking up the next day, and I was like, oh my god, thank god. I was like, thank you, God. Like, I'm awake, I'm fine, like, I feel great. And I was just like, oh my god, that was the worst thing ever. I was just so happy to be back to myself. I was so thankful to the universe, to everything, that I was back to myself. I was like, I'm never doing this again. I don't want to do this again. It was just the worst. But you know what? I'm so happy that I pulled through. I had no other choice actually to pull through. And I didn't get my boyfriend to call the ambulance because that would have been horrible. So thank God I didn't get to that extent where I really called the ambulance, because that would have been so embarrassing. Everybody would have probably laughed at me like, girl, you are just high. You need to calm the hell down or whatever. So thankfully we didn't have the ambulance called, and I just want to sleep. But that was the worst experience ever. Probably one of the worst experiences ever. But yeah, that's why I don't do it anymore. That's a story of why I don't do it anymore. And I just feel great. And all I drink is tequila, and I love it. And a beer here and there. But other than that, that's it. That was my crazy story, you guys. And this might be a short little video, but thank you guys for watching. I am about to cook dinner because Monday through Friday we try to eat at home as much as we can, Monday through Friday, and then like on the weekend we'll splurge. Mainly Friday to Sunday we'll eat out, but most of the time Monday through Friday we'll do a home cooked meal, just because home cooked meals are healthier. You have control over the oil you use, the ingredients and everything. Obviously, like, you're more careful when you're making your own food, and it's healthier that way. I just like having my own menu instead of eating out. So yeah, that is it. I need to get my dinner started. I'm making salmon today it's a creamy Tuscan salmon with rice and asparagus. It's gonna be so good, you guys. I'm gonna post a story on my Instagram so you guys can see. I feel like on my Instagram all I post about is food, but that's really what we do Monday through Friday. We go to the gym and we cook dinner here at home, and then during the weekend then we just enjoy our weekends and we eat out. But yeah, that's what we do. And that is all for today. Why did I say it like that? Today. That is all for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.